Let's take a quick look back over the 2001 season. First event of the year, the Volkswagen Shore Tour Natal, won by Serge Damso, followed by his main rival from the previous year, Jannie Hubig. And in third position, the find of the season, Johnny Gemmell in the Subaru. And a fine fourth position for JP Damso. Next up, the Total Rally of South Africa, won again by Jannie Hubig. In second position, Schalk Burger, another Subaru. And third, Hannes Grobler. Down to the Western Cape for the third round, the Toyota Dealer Rally, and this was not kind to Damso and crew, breaking a front suspension, leaving the way open for the winner, Jannie Hubig, followed by teammate Enzo Kuhn. Johnny Gemmell taking the third position on the podium. And fourth position to an Italian, Etienne Lawrence. The Sasol Rally in Mpumalanga again saw a repeat, with Hubig taking the honours from teammate Enzo Kuhn. And once again the Subaru of Johnny Gemmell. Down to the Eastern Cape for the Volkswagen Rally, and a change of fortune for the Toyota crew, with Damso taking first position. Right behind him, this time, Enzo Kuhn. And the man chasing the championship points, Jannie Hubig, in third place. The point situation at the end of round 5, just before the Motorpix Mountain Trail Rally, sees Hubig with 152 points in first position. A joint second between Johnny Gemmell and Etienne Lawrence on 101. Jürgen Fecken with 97. Rodney Fastaki, that amazing A5 car, with 88. Chased very hard by Tjaaf van der Walt on 87. And Enzo Kuhn on 81. The Motorpix Mountain Trail Rally is held in the Allowal North, Berkeley East, Elliot area up in the Eastern Cape, and provides some of the most challenging roads with the most fantastic scenery. Rally headquarters, the Riverside Lodge in Allowal North, was the nerve centre for the 506.85 kilometre event. The very fast 41.9 kilometre Toyota Clanville special stage gave the crews an early morning wake-up call. Before special stage 2, the L&J Plant Services Huningskloof, and the awesome Sasol Otto Duplessis pass before a much-needed 45-minute service break. Motorpix Bottleneck restarted the second leg, and onto the aptly named Volkswagen War Trail. Onto Bossislaagte for special stage 6, with the final stage, the Subaru Riverbank, back in Allowal North. A crisp cold morning, and as the crew set off, we spoke to Hubig and Gemmell about the event.
Yeah, you know, it's like the normal mountain trail, pretty fast. And, you know, you drive most of the event on your instinct, I think. There's no time to think.
Yeah, no, it's 41K, and it's quite fast in places and slow in other places. You just got to be careful not to slip off the road, otherwise you could be in trouble. And I think punches could play a role in this rally. You know, if you have a punch or two punches, you know, you're sort of out of it.
First on the road and determined to follow up their victory on the Volkswagen Rally was the Castrol Toyota team of Serge Damso and Guy Hodgson, winning the stage by 7 seconds from the Sasol dual fuel Volkswagen Golf of Jannie Hubig and Douglas Judd. Teammates Enzo Kuhn and Martin Botha were a further 25 seconds back. While Johnny Gemmell and Gideon Trollope were hampered by the enforced turbo restrictor on the long fast sections, being 50 seconds off the pace. Tjaaf van der Walt and Cindy Harding in the Sasol dual fuel Volkswagen Polo Player were battling with an intermittent misfire. The A6 Team Total Corolla of Lawrence and Paisley shook some of the A8 and A7 competitors with a blistering 21 minutes 34 seconds, only 5 seconds slower than Kuhn to move into fourth spot. Jürgen Fecken and Dave Likovich were 7 seconds behind the Toyota in 5th position. JP Damso and Graham Hooper put their Team Total Toyota Corolla into a ditch just before the end of the stage, costing them over 2 minutes, as well as their roof vent and aerial, which they left hanging on the fence. Hannes Grobler and Brian Duncan in the Nissan Sentra were running a near-standard engine due to the non-arrival of overseas parts. The Mitsubishi Lancer Evo of Rueda and Swanepoel seemed to be off the pace. While Coleman and Koch clocked at 23.16 to move into 11th place. The Italian Americans Tony Ball and Marty Olivier were getting used to a new rear suspension setup. While Kobus Ruis and Brendan Noonan were hoping for a good finish. Current Class N2 leaders Dean Saunders, but this is the last few of the Team Total Corolla as the gearbox expired early in Stage 2. Leaving the way open for this crew, Visser du Plessis and Thilo van Westenhagen, to fight for class honours. But they could expect stiff competition from the Palbin Corolla of Richard Bem and Grant Sinclair. The husband and wife team of Joel and Annika Ritson lead the N3 challenge by 20 points and work hard to keep that gap. Rodney Fasaki and Carolyn Swan have dominated the A-Fire class this year, and we asked Carolyn how this highly successful team got together.
I did a one-off event with him, and he had a bit of a trouble with his navigator, wasn't sort of always available, and we got together and we just clicked from the word go. Our minds work the same, and the communication is excellent. Whatever I say, he understands what I mean, and so we're a good team, definitely. And I think he's an awesome driver. The communication's good. He trusts what I say, and we both obviously can make small errors, but he trusts that I'm going to say the right thing, and I'm trusted that he's going to keep it on the road. So it makes for a perfect partnership.
And we trust that things will improve for Alan Worms as he heads for his 4th non-finish of the season. The Volkswagen Chico of Martinez Breers and Dolf Kutzer. This team are hoping for a good result after rolling the Golf on the Volkswagen Rally. Damson Hodgson lead the event after the first special stage. A6 and 4th overall to Lawrence and Paisley. First in A7 to Fecken and Lirkovics. 6th and leading N4, Gemmell and Trollope. Special Stage 2, the L&J Plant Services Huurningskloof stage, and Damso uses the 27 kilometres to advantage, taking a further 9 seconds from Habig. The Sassel dual-fuel Volkswagen Golf of Habig and Judd are battling with tyres and handling. Enzo Kuhn and Martin Borter push the Golf hard and are 2 seconds quicker than their teammates. The Subaru of Gemmell and Gideon Trollope completes the stage in 17 minutes 11 seconds and still hold on to 6th position. On board the Subaru, surface changes are one of the hazards of this type of road, and what appears to be good grip suddenly becomes marbles. These conditions demand enormous concentration from the driver. Van der Walt and Harding are still battling with that intermittent misfire that will plague them throughout the day. Fourth position man Etienne Lawrence is 5th fastest on the stage, and it looks like a good run for the Team Total Corolla. What is it that makes rallying so special? We ask Jürgen Fecken.
It's different to track racing in that you actually, while you're on the stage, you don't know what your competitor is doing, so you're actually pushing yourself to your limit. And then end of the stage, you look at the stage times and you see if you beat someone else. So you get quite an adrenaline rush. We try and go as fast as possible because you don't know what your opposition is doing.
Following their off-road excursion in Stage 1, JP Damso and Graham Hooper are struggling with the handling of their Team Total Toyota Corolla. The Mitsubishi Lancer of Ueda and Swanepoel is right off the pace. Fernando explains the problem.
As we were coming into the first bit of dirt out of the road section, we found we had no turbo boost at all. We lost all the turbo boost, and it caused a huge problem because the car won't run. It runs, but I mean it's like a 1100. It just won't run at all if it doesn't boost. Also, we've changed a few things, and it's now become intermittent. We have and we don't, so it's very difficult to commit oneself especially on these roads, where you need whatever you can find if you get into trouble. So I think we were going to stop, but we're going to just drive to the end and see what happens. We'll drive for the finish.
And it looks like Barry Cropper and Mike Burrows in the Sasol dual-fuel Volkswagen Polo Player are aiming to finish off our cameraman. So du Plessis Pass, 37.5 kilometres of fast, tight roads with ascents and descents and sheer drops awaiting the single lapse of concentration. But no fear for the Castrol Toyota of Damso and Hodgson as they win the stage, extending their lead to 21 seconds over Habig and the Sasol dual-fuel Volkswagen Golf of Kuhn and Buerter. Gemmell and Trollope are fourth fastest and move up to fifth position. Charles van der Walt and Cindy Harding are still battling with their Sasol dual-fuel Volkswagen Polo Player, a drop of over a minute in the stage. Etienne Lowens and Robert Paisley still fourth overall. We join them on board. As Lowens sets the car up for the bridge, the road surface suddenly changes. And the Toyota is beached. A smash wheel and balanced on a concrete block. No such problem for Pekin and Lukovic as they now move up into fourth position. A frustrated Rueda cruises the stricken Lancer Evo trying to finish the event. Hannes Robber and Brian Duncan in the Team Total Nissan Sentra, showing all their years of experience, grab seventh position. Keith Coleman, who tells us that now he's a grandfather, he's slowed down. Who's he kidding? JP Damso's woes continue. The left wheel bearing is collapsing and he's having to pump the brake pedal twice before anything happens. Yet he still completes the stage in 21 minutes 38. Paul and Oliver now move up to 10th overall. Kurbus Roos passes the still stranded Corolla of Lawrence and Paisley. With a thumbs up, Etienne's away, having lost over 20 minutes. And leaves a souvenir for the spectators. Craig Trott had a close call when the Corolla slid into a rock, damaging the right front fender, but stopping him going over the edge of a 100-metre drop. Visser du Plessis and Thilo van Westenhagen fight for the N2 lead, now that normally consistent Dean Saunders is out, and are only 9 seconds behind Richard Bem and Grant Sinclair. This was leading to one of the closest class battles of the day. Charging hard for N1 honours, Martinez Breers pushes that bit too far, and a second consecutive roll for the Volkswagen Chico team. Leaving both the driver and navigator unscathed, but the car a little second hand. As the spectators warn the advancing Toy Toy Spares Taz of Michael Houghton and Bryn Doherty, we asked Michael how did he get into rallying.
Well, I actually started navigating for my brother's friend one event, and then serviced for my brother for many years. And he's a Springbok navigator in the off-road scene, and I've just been following it through that. And my dad's been with many motor companies and been with Toyota now for like 10 or 12 years. And it's just in our blood. They say when motorsport's in your blood, it's in your blood, and after a while you just decide, right, time's right.
As Dolph Kutsia surveys the damage, he's passed by the first of the media challenge cars driven by John Saunders with Steve Kroblar in the hot seat. Breers and Kutsi finally get underway, only to retire at the end of the stage. Patrick Gearing and Vincent Coynes, a second media challenge car, was also to retire in this stage. Top Car's Dion Schoolman is the third media car and gets a little over-enthusiastic, but makes a rapid recovery with a little help from technology. Leading N1 from the start of the event is Rob Duprier and Richard Gernholz in the Volkswagen Chico. Beals Ferry de Vos Media Challenge car looks like a challenge for the nearest panel beater after a heavy roll in the stage. With only 40 seconds separating the first three cars, the final four stages will be action-packed.